statement. I find it amazing, and I said, you know, our government is based on we the people, but we the people are not being listened to. We complain. How many complaints do we do constantly year after year? How many complaints are listened to by our local government? None. I've been civic president for 8 years, and I've listened to the same complaints well over 10 years, and nothing gets done. Why? Because they don't work for us. They work for the party, the system. Okay? They created a franchise. The town of Hempstead is a franchise business. It's not what government's supposed to be. Our founding fathers fought a king in a revolution. Today we serve two kings. We say the Democratic king and the Republican king. Our system has become worse for the people. We are totally excluded. Now, this country, there's no more middle class. It's becoming the rich and the rest of us. We have no voice. Our voice has been disregarded, all because of party politics. Now ask yourself, the economy is bad for us, correct?
Yes.
You go to the party in the town of Hempstead, they have no clue what's going on with the economy. They gave themselves a 3% raise. They found jobs for their children. They created jobs for their children. Our children are looking for jobs. We took pay cuts. They gave themselves pay raises. And it's constantly going on from the federal government all the way down to the lowest forms of government. And here in Nassau County, we have so much government that nothing gets done. Is this the county you moved into 30 years ago, 40 years ago? Absolutely not. Okay? What gets solved? Nothing. Yet their pockets keep getting filled up, regardless of the economy. There are 10 million people unemployed. Go to the town of Hempstead. They're clueless of the unemployment rate. They'll create jobs for their family. Right now, the kid who's running, I call him a kid because he's 28 years old, who's going to win this election by the fraud if I don't make a statement and get into this process. They created a job for him. He doesn't pay property taxes. He has just started out in life. What does he know what we're going through? Absolutely nothing. But yet, this kid will win the election by default, go up to Albany, do absolutely nothing, and then when a council position opens up, he'll move into the town of Hempstead as an incumbent councilman. And that's the process. It's a family-run business, and both parties do. It has to stop. We are complaining in this country, but yet we vote for the same people. No matter what, we go back and forth like a tennis match. We go from the Democratic Party to the Republican Party, and we confuse us why our problems are not solved. Because it's the same people. The party bosses pick the candidates. A person like myself can never win. The only way I can win is I have to become a puppet for the party machine. I refuse to do that. Where are the politicians for the people? Where are the idealists of years ago? The Bobby Kennedys, the John Kennedys that we listened to. And when you ask the first grade class back in the 60s, who wants to become president? Every kid in the class raised their hand. Today, you go to a first grade class and you ask a child, who wants to become president? Nobody puts their hands up because they hate the government. Today, in this country, we fear the government. That's insane. In Europe, the government fears the people. The people in Europe have the power. We, the people, should have the power to say, enough, you're out. But we don't do that. We switch back and forth between two parties and don't understand why our problems aren't solved. It's simple. The party bosses, the puppeteers, are giving us no choice between two people. And it's from the president all the way down to the lowest forms of government. The town of Hempstead should not be a family-run business. The people who work in government, we need those people. But they shouldn't be afraid to speak out. They shouldn't be beholden to a party. We need workers. But we don't need, when something goes wrong in this country, who do we fire in a business? The owner, the CEO. We don't fire that boss in Nassau County. We got two. We got Mondello and we got Jay Jacobs. We have problems. Why aren't they fired? Because they control us, and that's sad. It's time that the people start listening to people like me and people who are civic-minded people and say, you know what? We got to get those people in government. We have to get rid of the party politics. Return back the government to we the people. That's our problem. No party's better than the other. They're both corrupt. The Republicans have done nothing. The Democrats have done nothing because the system is corrupted. It keeps people out of government. Your choice in that voting machine is limited to two people you don't even know. But they were picked, not by you, they were picked by the party bosses. That's the problem in this country. It's sad. It has to end. A revolution is forming now in this country. It doesn't matter if you're a Democrat, Republican, Independent, Conservative. It's time we say we want that person. Don't you tell us who we should vote for. We're in a sad state of affairs in the state of New York and in this country. All they do to us is they got a problem, they tax us more. We're being taxed out of our homes. Our children can't find this work. Yet their families, it's like Mary Antoinette, right? Let them eat cake, and that's what they're telling us. That's what Kate Murray in town of Hempstead told us. Well, she took a 3% pay raise. While we got pay cuts, let them eat cake. I'm sick of eating cake. We are starving for real government. It's time we take back the government for we the people. We should have choices in government.